Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio February 9, 2022. Today you might want to try something completely new. If you have never done this before, why not try expressing yourself through dance? Even if you're convinced you have two left feet, you might surprise yourself. Whatever your style, there's a type of dancing for everyone, whether it's as simple as the polka or as complex as ballroom dancing. You'll feel great about yourself, and besides, it is good exercise. Other people are apt to play a huge role in the events that unfold before you today. More than likely, close community with others will be very important, yet despite this, you may feel quite alone. Even within a large group, your heart may yearn to bond tightly with just one other person. Do your best to keep your chin up regardless of the combative forces that are likely to be at work on a day like this. A group of people, oriented towards either artistic, spiritual or humanitarian pursuits, could meet today at your home to work on advancing their projects. Among them could be someone very special who might play a positive role in your life. As a result of this gathering, you could find inspiration to move on ahead with personal projects of your own. In the evening, see a romantic movie or go out on a hot date. Today occurs a very important aspect in the sky, which will have a lasting impact on you. There is nothing more efficient at revealing the great ideals you have inside of you. Your hunger for knowledge and expansion will be satisfied today. If you are a true Cancer, the day ahead of you will be exhilarating, and maybe even a little mysterious. Stay open and see what happens. All your energy will be focused this time on your home. You will concretely help your children to become freer and more independent. In doing so, you will feel like you are making a healthy change in yourself. You will live a day full of contradictions. You fear loneliness, and yet you won't miss a single opportunity to criticize your friends. You find your surroundings too intrusive, but you will not be able to do without them. If you can take the lead today, your energy helps you assert yourself in a new way. Friends and co-workers might be amazed, but they should get out of your way and let you take over. Don't give in to the urge to speak for the sake of saying nothing of value. Somewhere along the way you've gotten knocked off balance. There could be a real problem with not having enough private time to yourself. Without time to relax and focus, you tend to get grumpy and irritable. You like to meditate and think about the day, and lately you haven't had much time to contemplate the events of your life. Today's energy is urging you to reorganize your life so that you have more quality time that inspires you. This is the sort of day when details will be important. If you are preparing a proposal or a report, you'll need to be extra careful with the numbers you are using. You should double-check your typing to make sure that you have entered the right data. It could be easy to overlook something simple, like a dollar amount that is too high, or a quotation that is inaccurate. This is definitely going to be a great day for you. With your own 4 essence at work, there won't be anything that stands in the way of getting a lot accomplished. Your love of duty and dedication will be more than realized on this day, so have at it. Make a list of everything you want to get done, and go about accomplishing things. Be sure to take time later this evening to relax and rest. Driving yourself too hard, which is a possibility on this day, can lead to illness. While you are one sign that values your independence, even before the moon returns to your friendship sector yesterday, it was becoming clear that your relationships, friendships, and a sense of belonging were becoming just as important. With your independence and a balance between your personal and relationship needs remaining just as important, it is not just the number of people in your life that matter, but the quality of those connections. In her last full day in your friendship sector, Ceres is helping you to identify your real needs and priorities. 2 weeks after Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograde back into your relationship sector, he is not only back in direct motion, but is just 7 days away from leaving. With the 4 most important and defining weeks of the year on the relationship front stretching out in front of you, having the communication lines open couldn't be more important. Your tarot reading for today. Justice, the High Priestess, and the Moon. According to this draw, You are in a transition period during which you will question a number of decisions you have made in the past. Spiritually, it is a fruitful period during which you should gain in maturity and foresight. But there is no question of repeating the mistakes of the past. You are turned towards the future and, as these 3 cards show, you are ready for big sacrifices to achieve your goals. However, you need to keep grounded to stay consistent with your life plan. During this time of reflection, you should think about the harmony and balance that govern your current life. It's by acting wisely that you should be able to find meaning in this reflection. To ensure a sustainable future, you have to listen to the lesson of the cards and find the light that ensures happiness and bliss. In this personal quest, you are going to encounter a lot of people who will insist on giving their personal opinion about the decisions you make and the purposes that you give yourself. On the human side, there will be a man who has not always been honest with you and who will seek to exploit the situation. This will not cause you any problems to the extent that his actions will not affect you directly. On the other hand, in the weeks to come, you can count on a lasting friendship you have with a person in your life. They will be there for you and will help you to achieve your new targets. This woman will have a very positive influence in February 2022 and should enable you to drive your projects on the path to success. The moon glides into the sign of Capricorn today, making it a reflective time to assess life and make decisions about the best way to move forward. Uranus, retrograde in Taurus, and the healing centaur Chiron, retrograde in Aries, connect with the moon, which creates an intuitive perspective giving us the opportunity to implement growth and change in our lives. In order to get started on your path, it's important to take steps to heal from past trauma. The caveat is that this might be uncomfortable and awkward, especially given the Chiron retrograde is making a tense and fraught aspect with the Capricorn moon. Some emotions will be triggered from this lunar energy, making us want to run away and hide. Instead of ignoring or avoiding problems, it's imperative that you deal with them head-on. Then you can take action to mend past emotional upsets, disappointments, and heartaches. Uranus retrograde gives us a chance to take a different approach in such matters, which is very helpful and useful. Our old emotional reactions will no longer benefit or suit us, giving us the opportunity to find new emotional responses and understanding. Open your heart and mind to fresh and novel approaches to transcend to a higher vibration and way of thinking. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon enters Capricorn, ending its void of course that began last night. Over the next 2 days, as the moon waxes, we should expect some stabilization of eclipse energies. This doesn't mean that events won't continue to occur that shift our trajectory or force us to evolve our way of thinking. But under the Capricorn moon, we have an instinctive way of putting one foot in front of the other without stumbling into overwhelm. Patience and persistence will see us through our struggles if we refuse to let fear interrupt our progress.